Hello everybody, we are back for video 4. We're going to be writing linear equations. This is chapter 2, video 4, writing linear equations. Okay, so this is something that you guys have seen before in Algebra 1. I know you have. Okay, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. M is your slope, b is your y-intercept. Your y-intercept is always going to be 0 comma some number. Okay, so if you see 0 comma 3, you know that 3 is your b value. All right, write the equation of the line that goes to the point 0 comma 7 and has a slope of 4/3. Well, here we go, 0 comma 7. So right away I know that that's my b, because 0, 7 would be up 7 units and on the y axis. So that would be my y-intercept. There's my slope of 4/3, so that's my m. So m is 4/3. B is 7, so y equals 4/3 x plus 7. All right, write the equation of the line that goes to the point 0, -6, and -4, 10. Well, we have 0 comma some number, so there's our b value. Okay, and then we have 2 points, so we don't know our slope. We just know that b is -6 in this case. But the last video we learned how to find slope from 2 points. So we can take our y1 minus our y2 over our x1 minus our x2, which gives me -16 over 4, which simplifies down to -4. Okay, so if I want to write my equation then, which is what the directions are asking, I've got y equals -4x minus 6. All right, number 3, we're getting a little bit more difficult, so we're introducing a new form here. It's called point-slope form. The reason this being is because you're given a point and a slope, and you plug that in the equation. This y and this x will always be there. Everything else that I underlined here will get replaced with either a point or a slope. Okay, so write the equation of the line that goes through 2, 3 and has a slope of 1/2. Well, this is your x1, y1. There's your point. And there's your slope. Okay, so I could write that off to the side. M is 1/2, x1 is 2, and y1 is 3. So I'm going to plug it into point slope form. So y minus y1 equals your slope. So m parentheses x minus x1. All right, so I want to write it in slope-intercept form though, not point-slope form. If it asked for point-slope form, I would be done. But I use point-slope form to get to slope-intercept. I'm going to distribute that 1/2, which leaves me with 1/2 x minus 1, 1/2 times -2. And then I'm going to add the 3 over. Well, I can only add the 3 to this -1. I can't add it to the 1/2. That wouldn't be like terms. So I'm left then with y equals 1/2 x. Those cancel. -1 plus 3 gives me 2. All right, next one. Okay, this one we're not given a slope like we were here, so we don't know m. But we could say that x1, y1, x2, y2, and we could figure out our slope by saying -9 minus -4 over 4 minus 2. So that gives me -13 over 2 for my slope. My x value would be 4. My y1 would be -9. And I can plug that into point slope form. So y minus y1 equals my slope times x minus x1. All right, y minus a negative just becomes y plus 9. I'm going to distribute that so I get -13 halves x, and -13 halves times 4 would give me -26. Or positive 26, so you're taking a negative times a negative. And then I'm going to subtract 9 over. I'm going to move over here. So y then equals negative 13 halves x, and 26 minus 9 gives you 17. So plus 17. So these two are very similar problems. The only thing different from this guy, number 4 and number 3, is that you weren't given your slope initially in number 4. All right, here's our last example. So parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. So the way that we can think about that is, let's say I have a slope of a line that is 1/2. Okay, the slope of the line that's parallel, this is little symbols for parallel, two little lines, would be the exact same thing. The slope of the line that's perpendicular, then, I would flip the 1/2, so make it 2/1. So that's the reciprocal part. And then make it opposite, which means make it negative. Okay, so opposite reciprocal. So we could say change sign and flip are your two big things. All right, so write an equation of slope-intercept form that goes through 3, 7. There's our x1, y1, and is perpendicular to this line right here. Okay, well, the slope of this line is 3/4. So the slope of the line that's perpendicular would be 4/3 if I flip it and make it negative. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my new slope. I've got x1, which is 3, and y1, which is 7. From this point up here. So now I'm going to go straight and do this exact same thing that I did in number 3 and 4. So y minus y1 equals my slope times x minus x1. Y minus 7, I'm going to distribute, so negative 4/3 x. And negative 4/3 times negative 3 is just going to give me positive 4. And then add the 7 over. So y equals negative 4/3 x plus 11. All right, and that is writing linear equations. We will see you guys next time.